Welcome back, friends, to another week of participating in our Art of Planning and Journaling insert and doing all of the things. I am going to be sharing with you a couple more pages from the Art of Planning and Journaling, and then the new one for you to purchase for October will be out on Monday. So we're just going to keep working through this throughout the course of the month, and then we're going to dive into doing a couple more pages today. I'm going to walk you through a couple of 3 more pages, I think. Probably we'll talk about 3 more pages and how I'm using it, and then we're going to go ahead and do the layout in the new for the new week. So I want to switch this over so you guys can see this screen. So last week I shared with you the first 3 pages. So let me kind of show you how that's working out. So this is my gratitude. Very, very simple. So warm sunshine to wash my car. It rained and it was actually a thunderstorm. So I was very grateful for rain that day because we've had a lot of fires here. Spur of the moment activities and beautiful warm weather. All fun things that I was grateful for those particular days. I've actually added another activity on here. So I have that, some goals, and then I've been keeping up with my habit tracker, my routine. So those are, and then here is the 3rd page that I showed you, the 1 line a day. So wash the car to add my College of Idaho decal. I'm a proud College of Idaho mom. We had a big thunderstorm. We had some broken branches, and my sun umbrella in my backyard on my patio got broken. That was not making me happy, but that happened. Back to business after Labor Day weekend. It was just super busy. I felt like I was just doing a lot of things, a lot of work. And then yesterday I did lunch out with my husband. We sat outside and it was super relaxing. So that was my 1 a day. All right, new pages. So I want to share with you guys some other things that you can do with your trackers, or with your dot grids. One of them is to do a weather tracker. And this was actually an idea that I heard from another one of our brand ambassadors. So I thought I wanted to kind of implement it for the week. So in here, I have, I've used the stencil to create let me see, where is that stencil out so I can show you which one it is. It is this stencil right here that kind of has the 2 parts on it. So I used this stencil to create this tracker. So 1 of those boxes per day. And then I went ahead and numbered them. On the top half, you're filling it in with what kind of weather were you having. So did you have a sunny day? Was it partly cloudy? Was it super cloudy? Was it raining? Or did you have a thunderstorm? These are kind of the weather patterns that I'm having right now. I utilized the weather stencil that comes in the basic 4 in order to make this happen. And then I have, so the very first day it was super sunny. The next day we actually had a thunderstorm. So it was partly cloudy the majority of the day. And then we had a thunderstorm at the end. And then I just grabbed the wrong color. I don't know what I was doing, but we had 2 sunny days in a row. And then I've tracked the low and the high for the day. And I just go to a past weather app and track that. So I don't have to watch the weather all day. That's kind of boring. But we've had 57 is our low and our high has been 99 over the course of the 4 days. So that's the first page that you can do in there. Second page, I'm doing a step tracker. So I kind of set this up with the 30 days in September. And then 1 through 9+, and I gave each one 2 boxes. So it's like 1 and each of those stands for 1,000. So like I have 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 2,500, etc. That's kind of how it goes. And then I track how many steps, and then I write the step count and the mileage count. And then over here, I included my September goals. So walk on an average of 5K steps a day, and then walk at least 40 miles in the month is my goal. So that's kind of what I've got going on for right now for that page. And then the last page, this was actually another idea that I received from another brand ambassador. She's doing it as a self-care bingo, but I wanted to do a fall craft bingo. So I wrote down a whole bunch of different ideas of things that I've been following along on different Instagram, Pinterest, or TikToks that I've seen of things I want to create. And so I thought it'd be fun to do a fall craft bingo. Instead of like filling them in with the words, I plan on taking a picture of the craft when it's completed and adding it in there in the boxes. And I hope to pick 9 crafts out of all of this and add them into the boxes. So that's kind of how I'm using the rest of my dot grid paper. So we did 1 line a day and then a September weather tracker. utilizing a step tracker and creating that, and then doing a fall craft bingo. Now I'm probably going to change this up every single time that I do this, but I'll probably end up doing different ones at different times. But I loved being able to kind of like have this freedom to choose to create it however I wanted to. So that's how I've used the first 3 pages, or the dot grid pages, and then the first 2, the calendar and the routine page, in my Art of Planning and Journaling. And we will come back to that. But I wanted to dive into getting our layout done. I went ahead and did the first one so you can kind of see the example. I shared on Stencil Tip Tuesday how to kind of make a header out of your stencils. And so we're just going to go ahead and continue with that today. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my marker, and we're going to go through all the things. The first thing I'm going to do is trace all of my stencils, so that part's done before I start boxing things in, and makes it a little bit easier. So I would love to see different ways that you are using this. I did see one, somebody did the Stencil Tip Tuesday, and they did this little header with a tag, like Alice in Wonderland tag, for their week. Like they wrote the week number on there, which I love that. That's a fantastic idea. So I'm excited to see the different ways that you guys are using the stencils, because we're not doing a whole lot of like new stencils. I'm not, yeah, absolutely. Marion, happy to share. Because I am not grabbing the other stencils to kind of incorporate them, it's been fun to just try to figure out new ways to use this particular stencil, and I'm kind of loving it. So I'm having a lot of fun with it. I hope you guys are too, in being able to learn different ways to use the stencil that is provided in the kit. Of course, I will still be sharing different ideas on other ways that you can use the other stencils as well. And if you guys didn't see, there is a new Halloween stencil out. It's a haunted house stencil. And wouldn't you know, I put in an order yesterday and I forgot to order it. So I'll be doing that on Monday when the new P&J comes out, because I have to have the new stencil. I have all of the other stencils. I need to have that one too. So I'm just going to go through here, and I'm just quickly outlining. I already did it all in pencil so that I can make sure that I had enough room for all of the things. So I wanted to do that as well. This layout this week is inspired by the BUJO Weekly Volume 2. We first brought the BUJO Weekly insert out in, let's see, I want to say when we did the lemonade kit, because we had a fun, I'm going to do all the up and down lines first. We had a fun lemonade kit that came out, and then we did some different layouts in there, which reminds me, I want to see if she can do like it would be fun to have a weekly sampler of like different bullet journal spreads. Ooh, that would be really fun. I think we need to have one of those. But this was one of the ones. We do have another bullet journal version, and it is a horizontal style. So it has the boxes like this. I am very much a vertical planner person, so this one speaks more to my heart than, say, the other. But we're going to go with it. I have had a lot of fun with this, with using the dot grids to make up my layouts each week so that I can pick and choose what I want to do. And then I'm going to do this direction, and then we'll get out our handy dandy eraser and our vacuum cleaner and kind of clean up our layout a little bit, and then we'll start coloring them in. So what activities are you participating in September? For me, I actually went last week and watched my first high school football game that my son was not playing in. It was very sentimental. We drove up, my husband and I drove up to the parking lot, and I immediately started crying. It was very, very emotional to be watching a football game that my son was not participating in, but I miss getting to watch them play. And I still know some of the kids on the football team, so I still wanted to cheer for them and give them support as well. We didn't feel like we needed to be down in the thick of things, so we actually sat up on the bluff because I was not recording any video or anything like that. In fact, I didn't even take my phone with me. And so we sat up on the bluff and watched, which was nice because we had a fantastic view and we could see all the things, and it was fantastic. I enjoyed myself. So football has definitely been one. Opening season, if you watch NFL, it is coming up on Sunday. Woohoo! Gotta love that too, if you are a football person. All right, I'm going to go ahead and just erase all of my doodles or my pencil drawings in the background where I kind of spent time. So I pardon the wiggle for just a minute while I get this all out of here. I love being able to, especially when I'm doing a new layout that I've never tried before, I like to pencil it out first so that I can have that part all kind of laid out and then just fill it in as I go. It allows me to be able to make mistakes if I need to, figure out where I want to put the boxes, how I want to structure the layouts, those kind of things. Plus, this is a little bit different than part of my vacuum. There we go. Sorry, friends. It is a little bit different when I'm using this bullet layout or this dot grid layout as opposed to the bullet journal, the actual journal, because the dots are spaced farther apart here than they are in the journal. So I like being able to have, some freedom to kind of figure that out. I thought it would be fun to do just a bunch of some dot ones. Oh, let's do this first too before I forget. I want to add my little bow. And here's the fun thing is that this line right here is the perfect line to be the one that goes behind the mushroom. Worked out nicely when I was working on this one over here. I was like, oh, I could just use this line right here. Handy. There we go. So I thought it'd be fun to do all dots, but just do them in different colors. So first I'm going to start by doing all of my tags and my mushroom bases because they're all going to be the same color. So I already know that. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill those in first. But yes, I would love to know what activities you have planned. And I have a special page actually in my bullet journal for fall activities, but I'm not going to show that to you guys until next week. So you'll just have to wait and see. I know that we're all loving the mushroom planning and journaling right now, but I am excited to see what's coming out for the new one for the end of this month, or what's coming out on Monday for us to receive towards the end of this month, because then we get to use it for October. So excited. I also got a sneak peek bag. So I got to see all the fun things that might be coming out in the next little bit from Tool 12. If you guys did not get a sneak peek bag and you want a little hinty hint about what's coming, mine just came in the mail yesterday and it was so fun to dive in and take a look at what's in there. That was a lot of fun. Make sure that my camera isn't making random, I don't know, the last couple of times I've been live or doing something, it has made it so that it like showed both camera views. I don't know, it was weird. Almost finished with this color, and then we'll go on to the next one. I'm going to do a little bit of shading, so I'll grab a darker brown color and do some shading with it, and then we'll pick what colors we want to use for our yay. All right, then I have a little darker brown to do some shading. This mushroom is just too cute. I've loved being able to design with it over the last couple of weeks, putting together all the layouts and fun stuff. All right, let's start with a yellow. And I'm just going to make them all white dots like this. So I'm going to take my Staedtler fine liner and I'm going to make the dots with the fine liner, and they don't all have to look the same. So you can put your dots however you want to. They just tell you they don't have to look the same, and then it almost looks exactly identical. Oh, well. And then I'm going to use another color to kind of color in around that. So it's okay if they're going to be a little bit, it'll look like they're kind of outlined a little bit. I did it with the red one. The colors happen to be almost identical. This one looks like the Staedtler fine liner is a little bit darker than this particular one, but it's okay. So I use 3 different markers as of right now. I have some other ones in my shopping cart for Amazon, and I might add to my collection. But I use Staedtler Triplus fine liners for those fine points. And then this one is a zig marker. The zigs that I have are a little bit different than the ones that they have available now through like Amazon, but they're very similar. And then I'm just going to grab another color. This one is a little bit more brown. I moved my dots this time. And then we're going to use this fawn color, I think. This one's going to be a little bit different too, I think. Yeah, a little bit lighter. It's all good. And I think I'm just going to rotate between 4 colors because I have 4 fine liners. Well, 5 if you count the dark brown, but I don't really want to do a super, super dark brown mushroom. I think I'll just do the 4 colors. And then the last one I have is a green, like an olive green color. All fun. And then I'll use this one. And then the other marker that I used for these ones down here are Stampin' Right markers from Stampin' Up. All of these are water-based markers, so whatever you choose to use for your marker enjoyment, make sure that they're water-based. Alcohol-based markers like Sharpie markers will go right through the paper, and they will continue going right through the paper to the next side of the paper. Some Sharpie pens and their Sharpie fine liners are water-based, so just make sure that whatever ones that you're using are water-based markers and not alcohol-based as you are doing it. Now, some of these might ghost depend on the amount of pressure that you put or how much you color over each spot over and over again. So you just have to make sure that you are really careful with that, or don't mind having the ghosting on the other page. I don't mind having the ghosting. It's not terrible. Like it's not a mood killer for me. I'll grab the red. So this particular insert, it doesn't have any extra line work or anything like that. After we get finished with this, I'm going to add some lines on the bottom section just because I like to have some lines. And I'll probably include some kind of decor at the top. Probably grab some washi tape and a sticker or two and add just a little bit on there as well. Having so much fun with this insert and drawing these each week. Coming up with new ideas of how to use them. We'll go back to our yellow for Saturday. I am trying to think of like all the different, like I wouldn't have picked mushrooms for the very first one. I think it is adorable. And again, it wouldn't have been the like my top pick if I didn't have it here to like play in, but I'm having so much fun with mushrooms. Like again, you can do it like fairy type things or like Alice in Wonderland. I think next week, I'm going to get my light box out and I'm going to do like a tracing and try that just so that I can try something new that I haven't ever done before with you guys. At least I've done it for myself and like other bullet journal things, but I haven't ever done a light box tracing for you guys. So I think I might do that. I might like trace ahead of time and then kind of tell you how I did it and like color it out maybe, because depending on how intricate it is, I don't want it to like take forever for a weekly planning session because that would be crazy. And I still want you to like hang out and watch. I don't want you to be bored to tears watching me trace something. So I'll have to try it out and see how I want to incorporate it for you guys. All right, so there's that. So we're going to take our dark brown and now we're going to add our dates on here. So we're going to start with Tuesday, September 10th, Wednesday, September 11th, Thursday, September 12th, Friday, September 13th. Oh, we have a Friday the 13th this month. September 14th and Sunday, September 15th. All right. So I'm going to add some lines. Let me get a long ruler out here. And I'm going to add some lines. And I think I'm going to do them like all 5 fine liner colors I have because that sounds fun. So I'm going to just add the lines on here. I'm going to do both sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll start over. I'm just going to rotate them. So it would be fun. And then I'll grab the next color, which I'll probably do red. And red. And then do brown next, which is funny because this is like an orange color to me. That seems very orange, like a pumpkin orange color. But then when I used it the first time, I was like, hey, that is not orange at all. It's like a brown color, which is fine. But I was really kind of looking forward to having like an orange color. But we'll go with it, friends. We'll go with it. And we'll do some yellow. And then we'll add some green. And I planned that perfectly because, and I didn't even do it on purpose, with doing green the last color, because I don't have another line for green, but I have the leaves at the bottom, so I can do the green leaves. And that will work fantastically. Okay. And then we'll grab the green. We're going to color the leaves at the bottom, and then I'll add some stuff at the top. I'm going to turn this way. I normally do not turn my inserts while people are watching the video, but this one would be hard to do sideways, so just going to have to bear with me while I color the leaves. So I'll have to turn it the other direction to color them going the other way. Now, just because I have lines here does not mean that I can't write at the top of this insert. And sometimes I like to have like different, what's the word I'm looking for? Different things that I track. Not necessarily like that I have to like a habit tracker, but like different notes that I want to take, they end up being written down. And so I like having extra space to be able to do that. Normally, and you guys should know this because you follow me for a hot minute and see me do my designs. Normally, I do a brain dump weekly insert, which has a full page for me to be able to, like brain dump or write ideas down. So I do like having the extra space at the top in this particular insert. I felt like last week I used a lot of sticky notes, and that's fine. Planning with sticky notes is fine. It just gets posted in there and then they don't move anywhere out of that because I just needed the extra writing space. So I leave them in there to be able to write things. And okay. We'll get out our washi tape and finish up the top of this. I can't decide if I want to do big washi or little washi. I think I'll do little washi because my big washi is running out. I've used a lot of washi tape this month. All right. So we're just going to do inside the boxes. So I'm going to start here. And go through there. I'm glad you are loving them, Deborah. I love being able to share them. I think that some people get like stage fright almost of using the different inserts because they like are afraid they will mess it up, which you can't do. You can't mess it up. There's just no messing up about it. What did I do with my stickers? I think I stuck them back here. There they are. Okay, let's do Let's do this one. And this yellow one on this side. There we go. Nothing fancy schmancy. And let's see if we can find a fun. Oh, I like this right here. Let's use this little sticker that says, "Be brave." Love that too. And I think that's what we're going to do for this week. Oh, see, my camera switched on me. It always does that. I don't know what its problem is. There you go. All right, you guys, this is our layout for the week. I'm excited to be diving in and using this for my planning for this week. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. Again, if you liked this particular layout, this is the BUJO Weekly Volume 2, which you can utilize for your own planning, whatever that looks like. And then we, of course, are using the Art of Planning and Journaling. We utilized this stencil that comes with it to create our headers for each week. So stay tuned as we do some more things with our Art of Planning and Journaling insert in next week. Hope you guys all have a fantastic day, and I'll see you all soon.